How the narcissist spies on your life without you even realizing. Perhaps you've noticed it, that strange ripple across the calm of your daily life. A text message arrives from a number you don't recognize. A call flashes on your screen, but when you answer, silence greets you. Then, unexpectedly, you notice old acquaintances appearing again. People you haven't spoken to in years suddenly watching your stories, liking your posts, lingering in the background of your online world. At first, you try to brush it off, but the unease lingers, and you begin to sense that this is not random. No, this is intentional. And if you are in this place right now, then this message is for you. Today, I want to talk to you about those unsettling signs, those strange calls, those cryptic texts, those nameless accounts that repeatedly appear on your feed as if they were shadows peering in from the edges of your life. Because deep down, even before I say it, you already know who is behind it. Yes, them. The ones you've tried so hard to walk away from. And this is not about feeding delusion, nor about planting seeds of paranoia. This is about recognizing a truth your heart already whispers. They are watching. Not openly, not in ways that can always be proven, but with a subtle persistence that gnaws at your intuition. I want to pause here and be transparent with you. This isn't scripted, not polished with notes or outlines. I speak freely, because this subject weighs heavy on me and because I know it weighs on so many of you too. And if I circle back, if I repeat myself, forgive me, it's only because of the urgency I feel. I've spoken of this before, but again I feel called to speak of it now, because I know the torment of this experience, and I want you to know that you are not alone. You see, it happened to me too. 4 years, I felt the gaze that never looked me in the eyes but was always there, lingering. But my situation was different. I've lived much of my life in the open, on platforms like this one, where I share my work to help others. I was always more visible, always a bigger target. And yet, even knowing that, the feeling was the same as yours. That eerie sense of being watched, of being monitored without consent. That is why I understand. Because you don't need evidence written in black and white, you can feel it in your bones. Psychologists remind us that intuition is the unconscious reading of patterns, and your intuition is not lying to you. It is them. Of course, it is them. You knew peace before they entered your life. You did not receive those strange texts, those anonymous views, those unnerving intrusions until they arrived. And so, when these shadows reappear, your mind may try to reason it away, but your soul already knows. So take this as validation. Take this as confirmation. You are not imagining it, and you are not overreacting. What you feel is real, and what you sense is true. And perhaps the most important thing to remember is this. Their watching is not a sign of love, but of control. They feed not only on admiration but also on disturbance, on the energy that stirs within you when you know you are being observed. They thrive on that connection, however toxic it may be. But you, my friends, are stronger than their shadows. Every time you choose silence, every time you choose not to answer, every time you reclaim your peace instead of reacting, you win. You cut the thread of power they are trying to weave back into your life. So do not doubt yourself. Trust what you know, and trust that your freedom is built one choice at a time. Because yes, it is them. But far more importantly, it no longer has to matter. Perhaps you've noticed it, the silent observer in the background of your life. That strange account that began following you months ago but has never spoken, never engaged, never revealed itself, only watching, always watching. Or perhaps it's the phone calls, the ones that appear from hidden numbers you never answer. Yet somehow, in the pit of your stomach, you already know who it is. Yes, my friends, it is them. They are still there, lurking in the shadows, circling your life from a distance. And the reason they do this is not because of love, not because of regret, but because of the disorder that binds them. An attachment wound so deep they cannot connect to you in a healthy way, yet neither can they let you go in a healthy way. You see, what they crave is knowledge, fragments of your life that they can piece together like stolen treasures. They want to know what has become of you after the breakup. Are you thriving without them? Is your life brighter, fuller, more beautiful now that their presence has been erased? Are you stronger, happier, more at peace than when you were trapped in their orbit? This is what they are desperate to discover, for beneath all their arrogance lies an obsession with comparison. They need to know if you are doing better without them, because that truth terrifies them more than anything. But here is where I must warn you, please, do not be fooled. Their watching is not an act of love. It is not the quiet longing of someone who has realized their mistakes and now seeks redemption. No, narcissists do not come back with sincerity. They do not awaken one day, gripped by remorse, desperate to right their wrongs. They are not trying to win you back with humility or kindness. What they are doing is far more sinister. They are probing, gathering, keeping you tethered to their invisible web of control. And I understand, truly I do. Deep down, a part of you may still wish that they would return with honesty, that they would say the words you have longed to hear, that you were not crazy, that you were not all the cruel things they accused you of being. We all wanted that once. We all longed for that validation, that sense of closure. But this is the painful truth. Narcissists do not offer closure because they are incapable of it. They will say the words you crave. They will whisper apologies and declarations of love. They will tell you how sorry they are and how extraordinary you are. But remember the cycles you've lived through before. Their words are empty. If they were truly sorry, if they had truly changed, would they not stop repeating the same betrayals, the same patterns, over and over again? Sorrow without transformation is not sorrow at all. It is performance. And with them, it is always performance. So, my friends, this is where discernment must become your shield. Understand that their silent watching is not about you, not really. It is about them and their unquenchable need for control. They cannot let go, but not because they love you. They cannot let go because the thought of you living freely, beyond their grasp, is unbearable to them. That is why they spy, why they send those shadowy friend requests, why they creep through anonymous accounts or enlist others to watch on their behalf. It is not affection, it is surveillance. This is why you must tread carefully with what you share online. Every post, every story, every glimpse into your life can be used as information, twisted into a tool of their control. They do not deserve that window into your healing. They do not deserve access to the life you are rebuilding. Protect yourself, not because you live in fear, but because you are reclaiming what is yours, your privacy, your peace, your sovereignty. So if one day they return with apologies and promises, if they suddenly shower you with affection and contrition, pause and ask yourself, have their actions ever truly matched their words? For if they were capable of true love, of true regret, of true connection, would you not have seen it long ago? Do not let illusions pull you back into the cycle. Recognize their watching for what it is, not a sign of love, but a sign of control. And in that recognition, find your freedom. Maybe, just maybe, you've caught yourself wondering if they have finally realized the error of their ways. Maybe you've imagined a reconciliation, a chance to start again, to heal the wounds together and move forward into something better. But pause for a moment, my friends. Ask yourself with honesty, where could this relationship possibly go? Can you truly forgive the depth of what they've done? Can you truly understand them, embrace them, and absolve them of the pain they inflicted? Forgiveness is not impossible, but is it wise when the heart of the person before you has never truly changed? These individuals do not connect the way we do. They do not bond in the way love was meant to bond. Their foundation is control. Their language is domination. Every word, every gesture is engineered to make you feel less than, to chip away at your confidence, so that you become easier to mold, easier to manipulate, easier to keep beneath their thumb. And how can a relationship like that ever flourish? How can love grow in soil poisoned by control? Even if your heart longs to believe in their return, you must look deeper. Have they done the work? Have they looked into the mirror and faced the truth of their actions? Have they sought healing for the destruction they have caused? The answer, more often than not, is no. And if no real work has been done, then the same cycle will repeat itself again and again. For how can someone who lied to your face, who perhaps even betrayed you in the most intimate of ways, suddenly become honest, remorseful, and committed to change? True sorrow is proven in transformation, not in hollow words. And if the same betrayals continue, then the apology was never real, it was only a mask. This, my friends, is the heart of the matter. These individuals are not sorry, because their world is built upon an external locus of control. In their reality, the blame always lies elsewhere. It is always you, always others, always the world at fault, but never them. These defense mechanisms are not shallow habits that can be washed away with a few weeks of therapy. No, they are deeply ingrained, woven into the very fabric of who they are. And let us be honest. When have you ever known a narcissist to willingly, persistently put in the work, the exhausting, unrelenting work that true change requires? Their very condition demands that the blame be cast outward, that accountability be avoided at all costs. And so, if you choose to return, it will always be you. You will always be the issue, the scapegoat, the one who carries the burden of their unhealed wounds. And yet, paradoxically, they cannot detach from you. They cannot let you go, because even in their inability to love, they cannot bear the thought of losing control. But ask yourself, do you want a partner who cannot attach, who cannot let go, who cannot show up in the relationship with the kind of love and depth your soul deserves? Can you truly build a future with someone who cannot even stand still in the present without spiraling into control and blame? And there is another layer to this web. Perhaps you've noticed old friends, old acquaintances, those mutual connections you once shared, suddenly watching you, suddenly reaching out. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. The truth is, information flows back to the narcissist like water finding its way downhill. They are gathering details, piecing together fragments of your life, sending shadows to observe you from afar. Why? Because they are hungry for information, desperate to know if you are happy without them, if your life is flourishing beyond their grasp. But my dear friends, let me tell you the truth. This path does not lead to happiness. Their return, their renewed interest, their sudden attention may stroke your ego. It may feel, for a fleeting moment, like validation, like proof that you mattered, that they want you back. But beneath the surface, nothing has changed. They do not return for love. They return for control. They return to siphon your energy, to drain your validation, to drag you once more into the endless cycle of hope and heartbreak. And if you go back, the story will not be rewritten. It will be replayed. Again and again, the same pattern, the same pain, the same control. So stand guard over your heart. See their actions for what they are, not for what you wish them to be. Because true love does not break you to hold you. True love does not destroy to control you. And what they offer is not love, it is a cycle. One you have the power to end. And inevitably, it circles back. That's the cruel rhythm of their world. It is only the narcissist, the sociopath, sometimes even the psychopathic personality, these members of the dark triad, who linger in the shadows, who watch, who stalk. Why? Because their attachment is broken, fractured at its very core. They cannot let go. They cannot release what they never truly possessed in the first place. Every glance, every message, every silent observation is about control. It is about possessiveness. It is about objectification. To them, you are not a person. They see you as an object, a thing that exists to serve a purpose. Real depth, real emotion, genuine connection. These are foreign concepts to them. They do not honor you. They do not respect your autonomy. Their aim is to override your free will, to mold you, to contain you, to dominate. When they leave, when they move on, when they find someone else, or so it seems, they do not experience what you feel. They do not feel the piercing emptiness of loss because their attachments are never truly soulful. For them, relationships are transactions. Needs met, desires satisfied, status secured. For you, though, the absence cuts deep because your soul recognizes the depth of what was taken, the intimacy that was never returned. This is why your subconscious awakens, why your inner self stirs. You are stepping into freedom, into the next stage of your healing journey. Each pang, each lingering thought, each moment of unease is not a curse, it is a signal. It is your soul acknowledging the path toward liberation, toward reclaiming your autonomy, your light, your power. Do not fear your dreams. They are not random, meaningless whispers in the night. They are reflections, mirrors of where you stand, guides showing you how far you have come and what lies ahead. In these dreams, In these quiet moments of reflection, you will find clues about your healing, about your progress, about the strength that has quietly been growing inside you. So, my friends, I hope these words have resonated, that they have given you clarity, that they have reminded you of the truth. You are moving forward, and every stage, every step, every insight is part of your awakening. If you wish to dive deeper into the meaning of your dreams, to understand the whispers of your soul, I offer one-to-one consultations. Details are in the description box below. If this message has helped you even in the smallest way, please do give this video a thumbs up. Share it with someone who may need these words of validation and hope. And if you haven't already, press that subscribe button to continue walking this path of insight and healing together. And I'll see you in the next video.